Welcome to the Global Green Action Project, where we get to meet amazing heroes doing great change in this world to make it a more compassionate and better place through humanitarian, animal, and environmental initiatives. I'm your host, Jennifer, and today I'm so excited to introduce you to an amazing global hero entrepreneur who services our local and global communities through a holistic approach. She's going to, as a result, give our youth some great strategies on how to have a positive growth mindset and how to live a resilient life through community. So, without ado, let's now introduce you to the amazing Claire Bosq-Scott. Hello, Claire. So nice to meet you today.
Oh, it's lovely to be with you here today. Thank you very much for having me.
I'm curious too, when it comes to youth and our young people out there, their worlds have been turned upside down in the last year and some months. And with that said, a lot of them are reinventing themselves and trying to find new purpose and new positive ways of following through with their dreams. Do you have any advice for youth out there that want to follow a similar path to the one that you've been on?
I think it's difficult because unless you have already an idea, so my daughter's 18 and so she's just finishing school and she has no idea what she wants to do. And and we had the same thing with my son who's now thriving in what he's doing, but we had the same situation. So finding that thing, that one thing that you really love doing is probably the biggest thing that you could do. I think our generation, we were kind of gone, we were suggested to go into a path and we were kind of having to go through that path, and we thought that we were going to do that for the next 40, 50 years, right? Whereas nowadays, it's not like that anymore. We'll do a bit of a job, we'll do something. You need to feel that you're part of it. And I think that's, then we become to our age, and I think you'll realize that actually this part is the most important, is really doing that thing that you really enjoy doing, that that passion behind you, kind of thing. So it's if you have, and if you know, and if you feel, do that, follow your bliss, kind of things, isn't it? Follow how what your passion shows you. But also you need to be realistic, you need to still make some money and you need to live with it. So yes, it's great to say, oh yes, follow your passion, and but if you're not making any money out of it, it will still have to buy food and pay rent and all that kind of thing. So it needs to be practical enough that you can live. And if you can live from your passion, that's wow, that's bingo, isn't it?
I find your journey has been amazing because as a woman entrepreneur, you've really specialized in terms of various areas of business. And I can see how, the skills we learn in business we can apply to our personal life as well in terms of, goal setting and moving forward and being successful. I'm wondering if we can speak a little bit more about how your journey has been as an entrepreneur, as a businesswoman through life, and how that has helped you be the amazing person that you are today.
Yeah, I think it's, oh, again, like you said, I think we're learning so much. And I think that's why our age is so beautiful, because we are, we don't, we've lived, we've learned by our mistakes. We've done so many mistakes that, you kind of, and actually now is a great time to be able to help others so they don't do the mistakes that you've done. And it's so powerful, isn't it? And because you're still intriguing. And I think something about human being, we've got different needs in our lives. So the first need is, if you're looking at the Maslow pyramid, first need is drinks and air and food. Okay, so once you've got this, you can go to the next level, and the next level is shelter, having somewhere safe where you're not going to get killed in the middle of the night. And then it goes on, and the top of the pyramid, for anybody who's kind of going through all those fulfilling moments, is you continuously developing yourself. And this is kind of becoming the best that you can be. And that's that really so powerful. So all those years you're learning things. So I've learned NLP, I've learned Feng Shui, I've learned vision board making, I've learned, time management, all those things that you learn. And suddenly you're just coming in and you're like, wow, it's pretty cool actually where you are at the moment. How can I share that with others? And and it feels so great that you actually, sometimes I say things and I'm like, I think it's very basic, so very not inspiring, and somebody will like, oh gosh, Claire, this is just amazing, and I'm like, okay, I didn't think that was that powerful, but obviously because they didn't know it. And so, you're able to really kind of share some real nuggets with people and making them move to the next level, and they move to the next level, and you learn, read a new book or watch a new video, and what somebody's inspire you who's got that one tiny idea who's going to make you move forward. So yeah, it's been a pretty cool journey, and I think it just feels right as well to be able to help people now with all those different techniques. All those different techniques. It's a powerful toolbox I'm carrying around.
How would you suggest to youth in terms of the struggles that they might be facing? What advice would you give them in terms of resiliency?
I think the mindset in there is very important, because the youth, it's like that. It's learning those techniques that you can reframe things in your head, so you don't have to get into that negative cycle. So learning this is really important. Being able to be emotionally intelligent is very important. Those are techniques and things that we should be learning when we're at school. Being able to understand why that person's doing something and it's got nothing to do with you, and you don't have to take those emotions from them. Those are really important. And for teenagers, smaller children, they don't get that, so they get into fights, they get into all that, oh, girls, and he said that, she said that, and all that kind of things, because they're not emotionally intelligent to realize that it doesn't have to be connected to them. So I think we should teach those skills at school. We should teach resilience, we should teach about taking 2 minutes and breathing, and how breathing and closing your eyes for 2 minutes will kind of put you back into a state where you can be grounded and you can feel better with yourself, and you don't have to fight somebody because they say the wrong thing. So learn, be intrigued, ask those questions when you were, if you're, watching this, learn some more, go and discover this. We've got a magical thing called Google, or, the internet. It's like magical boxes where you can learn so much. And then you've got people, also just reach out, and I think that's really important as well. Reaching out to your parents, reaching out to perhaps teachers, people who inspire you around you, and ask the questions, because that's what they're all here. We are all mentors at the end of the day. We are all here to leave a legacy and help others grow into better people. So that's what we need to do, but don't be shy in asking, because if you are, then you're not moving forwards, you're not learning, you're not developing yourself, and you're staying in that box without really kind of knowing why. So yeah, just ask the question, surround yourself with people who are really positive, surround yourself with people who think about the future and make you grow as a person, and don't stick around people which are negative and picking you down and all that kind of thing. So that's another really powerful one as well, surrounding you with people who's going to inspire you to be a better person.
Yeah,
Yeah, I can think about those ones.
that's some great advice. Yeah, we are again trying to navigate unprecedented times, and a lot of youth are trying to reinvent where they wanted to go. A lot of them were thinking going to college or university, and knowing and remembering the importance of reaching out in community in terms of finding that direction and that focus once again, because we are beings that are meant to be in community. And
Yeah.
that's very powerful. Thank you for reminding us of that.